Hi, this is John Terhune with Life-Changing Thoughts. Today's focus is going to be on attitude. The title today is called Habits. This is part 2 of habits. There are 2 habits today that I want to talk about that are going to help you create the foundation for a world-class attitude, which is what we're working towards. The first habit, I'll tell you the story of how I came up with this habit, and it is a true story from my life. Back in college, I had an economics class. It was an 8 o'clock in the morning class. The instructor for the class was a crusty old retired colonel from the Marine Corps. He talked with a real gruff voice. Really interesting guy and very entertaining. And I remember him coming in one morning to class, and I remember him basically looking out at the class going, "Today I'm going to teach you the secret of success." I'm thinking, wow, this is a pretty interesting way to start the day. And basically he said this: here's what I want you to learn to do in life. I want you to wake up every single morning and make a list of 5 things you need to get done today. And I want you to prioritize that list by putting the thing that you want to do least at the top of the list and doing that first. And the reason I want you to do that is that if you will put what you want to do least at the top of the list and do it first, you will never procrastinate. And as a result of never procrastinating, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else in life who basically goes from day to day procrastinating in their life. What a great lesson. I have implemented that lesson into my life since I've been a very young man, and it's made a huge difference in my life and those people who I have coached and taught that particular habit. So a habit that I want you to be able to implement immediately in your life is for you to be able to wake up on a daily basis and basically make it so that you create a list of 5 things you need to get done. You put the one you want to do least at the top of the list and you do it first. Because if you don't procrastinate, you're going to feel great about yourself. We talked about the fact that self-image really is the foundation for having a great attitude. And when you feel great about yourself because you don't procrastinate, that's going to add to that self-image that we want to be able to develop and enhance over time. Think about it. If you're procrastinating all the time and you're putting off things that you know you need to get done, you don't feel good about yourself. You kind of feel guilty with yourself for not having done it. Why not eliminate that from your life and create the type of habit that is something that is going to create a great attitude, and that is defeating procrastination by creating your list, prioritizing, and doing what you want to do least every day. Do that first. The second habit today I want to talk to you about is creating an expectation of great things happening in your life, making that an absolute habit. I've been doing that for so long in my life, and again, this is something that I teach people who I coach and work with in business, in government, athletes, etc. I teach them to expect great things, because one of the things that I have learned that's become very clear in my life is that you tend to create your own reality by your thought process. Think about it. How many times when you are thinking the negative thing, when you think something bad is going to happen, that tends to be what happens. And on the other side of the coin, when you start to realize that you can kind of control your results in life by controlling your mindset and creating an expectation of great things happening, you'll start thinking that way. You'll start making a habit of that, and you'll be absolutely amazed at how many times things turn out great instead of bad. And all of that started as the result of the thought process and the habit of expecting great things to happen. Anytime I sign a book, I always sign my books for people, expect great things to happen. Why not? That's basically saying you're going through life with a positive expectation about life, not a negative expectation about life. So many people waste so much time, so much energy on worrying that ultimately leads them to expect the bad things to happen or the worst things to happen, and many times they do because of creating their own reality through their own expectation. So for you to be able to create that world-class attitude that we're working on, I want you to go forward in life with a habit of expecting great things to happen in every aspect of your life, and you'll be astounded how many times that becomes your reality, because it started with your thought process.